never had nothing on my whole life, you know? If I get it wrong.
This has turned into a multi-billion-dollar studio today up in here. I don't think they know who they got up in here, man. I don't think they know.
They don't know?
They don't know who they got in here, man. Like, it's equivalent to having Michelle Obama up in here right now, man.
What?
Michelle Obama vibes.
What a comparison.
Come on.
Hey.
Come on, baby Michelle. Come on.
What's going on?
Why everybody love you so much, Ro?
I don't know. I mean, I have been coined the modern day Claire Huxtable. So I think that that type of character is needed.
Facts.
Right now. There hasn't been, I guess, a good representation of a person. We haven't seen that in this era. So I that could be why. So I'll take that.
Hey, that is so fitting, too. The new generation Claire Huxtable. Wow.
Yeah.
And you just wake up like this. You don't know how everybody else, we be having slop around our mouth and corns in our eyes. Like, you already just wake up in queen mode.
What?
With a guy holding like a big feather right there, fanning you by your bed,
I wish.
sure, keeping your room temperature right.
I wish, but not possible.
What that water you be drinking now? You ain't drinking none that day.
Yeah, I didn't bring it today.
Oh man,
It's coffee for me today.
People, you don't drink the type of water she drinks. You could never, you peasants.
It's alkaline water.
Let's go ahead and start this show, man. I'm
Let's
talking
go.
about right now.
Tech Runners Podcast start right now. Yee!
Check runners. Check runners.
Hey, it's your favorite cousin at the cookout, Rico Ramil. Check out my brand new book, Get Rich and Praise God, man, on Amazon.com right now. Everything you need to learn how to secure that bag like a boss is right here in this book, man. I went from sleeping in a 1984 Buick LeSabre to living full-time off the gifts I was born with. And I want to show you how to do the same thing, man. Get Rich and Praise God, man, on Amazon.com right now.
Check runners.
Let's go.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the biggest podcast in the world, Check Runners Podcast, baby. Gotta shrug my shoulders when I say that thing when the queen up in here, baby.
I see.
I am your favorite cousin at the cookout. Nah, let me say that again. I am your favorite cousin at the cookout, Rico Ramil. And if you can't tell by now, I'm country than a bowl of grits, and I love this babe. Oh my God. What can I say about my guest today? What can I say about her that hasn't already been said about the top 20 queens that been on the cover of Ebony magazine? What can I say about this lady that hasn't been said amongst the likes of Sojourner Truth?
Ooh.
Maya Angelou, Michelle Obama. I mean, this introduction does her no justice, but I'm going to try my best. I introduce you all to the one, the only, Rolanda Rochelle.
Woohoo!
Hey!
I'm in the house.
Do I bring you in or do I bring you in?
That was a great intro.
Yeah, see, I want to do another podcast with just nothing but intros.
I love it.
Like a whole hour intros.
You hyped up.
How you feeling, Queen?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm honored. And, you know, I feel special that you love me this much, that you came to my platform, man.
Yeah, I don't do very many of these.
Yeah, why is that? Why you think?
I don't know. I don't want to get myself too overly saturated with presenting myself to the audience, if that makes sense, because I'm in the skits just about, you know, that's a platform that, you know, that I'm on consistently. So I feel like when you are in the public's eye so much, you can kind of get
Kind of like oversaturate
redundant,
yourself.
boring. Yeah. Yeah, that's just, and I could be wrong, but, and then when it comes to interviews, I'm kind of selective about that. So, yeah, but we're family, so you kind of gotta.
I got a little open hand. Hey, man, come on. Now I feel you on that, on being selective, because you got a lot of these platforms out here. They will have you come on a show just to drag you for clicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you deserve so much more than that.
Yeah.
So we not doing none of that here. We gonna give your flowers up here in Chet Runner. And Ro, you deserve more than flowers. You deserve a whole orchid, queen.
Aw. Oh, you're so sweet.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you.
It's
Thank you
like
so much.
they don't make enough flowers for me to give you right now.
Why do you say that? Tell me.
Cause I've been out in public with you, and people like they stop what they doing. Like it's crazy. Like somebody could be holding they sick, dead grandmama in their hand and see you. They gonna drop their grandmama and say, "Oh, hold up, Ro.
Nah.
Hold up. Is that Ro?"
No, I don't know about that, but I have that's kind of happened with a baby. Somebody was, you know, getting their baby out of the car.
No.
Yeah, getting their baby out of the car, and they saw me walk. It's Target. And they saw me walk by, and they literally left their child to come after. Yeah.
Wow.
But they came back and was like, I'm like, don't you have a baby?
See what I'm saying?
But I went with them, and yeah. And took the baby out of the stroller, and yeah, because I love babies.
See, if somebody will lead a baby, they'll definitely lead grandma.
Oh, no.
Because they're going to be like, grandma didn't already put her work in. She didn't put her time in. I must go see what's going on with Ro. Do you get tired of being famous?
No. It comes with the territory. It comes with the job. My mom asked me that yesterday. We went to brunch after church, and she asked me, you know, people, they notice me, but then some are kind of, you know, hesitant to approach me, but it comes with the territory. And she was like, you don't get tired or you don't seem fazed by it. And it's like, I'm not fazed by it because famous is famous, popular is popular. It's what you do with that, you know, and I never turned down a picture. I never turned down, you know, a hug or, you know, I never shunned from it. Maybe if I was younger, I probably would have been like, oh, you know, here I am hyped. You know, some people can get big-headed with it, but I think the timing was perfect for me right now to be in this space. So yeah, I know how to handle it. I know how to deal with it.
Since you, cause you've been like super famous, you've been on a heck of a run. Like you've been famous like heavy like the past 4-5 years.
I don't want to say 4 or 5 years.
What, about 3?
Yeah, since the pandemic is when it kicked up for me. Yeah, I've gone viral a couple of times before then with memes. When I hit the social media platform, you know, the gray hair and then the youthful looking face, it was like, okay, how old is she? You know, it was one of those things that not very many people embrace the gray hair, but it was one of those things that I did. So to see someone do that, it was like, hold up, what's happening? You know, we don't normally see this. So I went viral with that. Can I curse?
You can. I'll bleep it out.
Okay, whose fine grandma is this? That was a thing. And then the other one was the cougar I asked for versus the cougar that I got. And it was I hate, and I mean, some of this stuff could be very brutal, and it's nothing that I promote, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So all this stuff kind of happened before the pandemic, and then during the pandemic is when I really, really became very known. I did a couple of TikToks, and those went viral. And then Wayne, somebody on, I think it was Chase. Chase reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we want to use you on a couple of our skits." And after that, that's, my career flourished from that.
Wow. So it was just, when you came into the Country Wayne situation, it was just supposed to be an in and out thing.
For me, I thought, but it ended up being long term.
Wow. That's a blessing, man. And I always had these conversations with people, and they can attest to this, that fame on social media is more powerful than old school fame, when people had to go do these $50 million movies. And now it's more I ain't gonna say easier, but it's more common for people to look on their phones to see somebody like, damn, I want to be like her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know women in your age group probably hit you up all the time, like trying to get pointers and stuff like that, huh?
Yeah, I get young and old. Older. I don't like to say old, but young and older.
Because you definitely not old.
No. Old is just a mindset. The question, I think somebody posted a question, what is too old or what is old? And I think the word old is it has a negative
connotation.
Yeah, and I think I've learned to put a spin on it. There are so many other words that you can use without being offensive, especially on this platform. You can get some people, some trolls that could, it could be hurtful.
Right.
But I decided to kind of put a spin on it. You old when you dead.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the end of the day, you're older than somebody. So you're not old when you turn 50 or 60 or 70. You're older than somebody, because when a 15-year-old looks at a 20 or 30-year-old, they say, "Oh, that's old."
Yeah.
Or when a kid looks at their parent, they say, "Oh, that's old."
Yeah,
You're older than somebody. But, I think old, to me, is not an end. It's a mindset.
Yeah. Cause you out here killing it. Like, I done seen like women in their 20s and early 30s not even like on your level.
What you mean by that?
As far as, your gracefulness and how you carry yourself and your energy and your spirit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you can be a type of person, if you don't take care of yourself. Right. You can be 30 years old and looking like your uncle or auntie or something.
Yeah, and that's why I say it's a mindset. So, you can be 30 years old and have a body of a 60-year-old because you haven't taken care of yourself. And it's not just so much about the way you look. It's also about internally. You know what I'm saying? So being old and it's not just about a look. It's also about how you feed your mind and who you surround yourself with, and what you take inside, like food and energy and spirituality and words and what you see on TV and what you hear. It's more than just that, So those when people ask me what is the secret, it's about me making the choice to be, to love myself, accept my good, my bad, my ugly, and not try to, perceive to be something that I'm not.
And then I always tell you, I think the number one thing that keep you looking young is that anointing on your life. How many times I done told you was anointed?
Yeah, you and several other people.
Yeah, that's all. Because every time I see you, it's like you got that aura. You know what I'm saying? See, I look at you like everybody else look at you. Oh, that's Ro. You know what I'm saying? This is a celebrity. I look at you like, Ro, like, come on, this my people. But even there's that light I look at you in, I still see that aura. and how God shining his light on you and just doing something so big in your life that you gonna need 2-3 mansions just to fit that blessing in. And they still want, you need a stadium for all that grace.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you're like the third person that has told me that.
Yeah, see?
And I receive it. I don't like the word humble, but I receive it in a way that I pray that God prepares me for it, because I do know that there is a bigger purpose for me. Even on this platform, being with, everybody, Wayne and Mike and Amber and Anthony, and, just being around them. I choose to use this platform as a purpose and as a ministry. That was my whole point of getting on and agreeing to be with them, no matter what the storylines are. And I also use it to master the skill of acting. So when people say, have you been to acting classes? I've taken acting classes, but to me, this is like an acting class for me.
Yeah.
Because when you are good at improving, you really got something.
Yeah, for real. See, people think y'all can just say action and this stuff just, like, that's a skill set.
Because none of it is scripted. We just have the bullet
scenario,
points of what needs to be delivered. But and that can be kind of difficult for even people in the industry that's been in it for a long time. That could be difficult to just, think off the top of your head of what to say. And to be able to master this craft and make it a part of a ministry, it's a gift.
Yeah,
it's definitely a gift, because like I said, everybody can't do it.
Nah. And I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for the whole cast. Like, I just want everybody to just continue to flourish, man, because like you say, it's a ministry.
Yeah.
When people hear ministry, they automatically think ministry have to be boxed in within the church walls. But God need people to work outside of those four walls and reach people all over the world.
Right.
What you guys doing right now, you Wayne and Mike, and Chase, and that's major, because so many times it can be easy to pass up on your gift. Because sometimes we get in our head and God give us the responsibility, but we scared of the responsibility. So that's how our gift can pass us by, if that makes sense.
I just have a different take when it comes to gift, because there's a difference between gift and talent. I believe if God gave it to you, he's not going to take it back, right?
Right.
So I don't believe in gifts just going to pass you by. I do believe that it is about timing. One way does not fit all. There's no one way to come to Christ, or there's just no one way to do it, right?
Right.
So when it comes to your gift, like, I started late in this acting game, but I wanted to make sure when I came back the second time, because the first time I got into it, it was I started going to acting classes because I wanted to combat my fear of public speaking, being able to tell a story. Because growing up, I grew up in a religious home, so kids were to be seen and not heard. So I wasn't able to articulate my feelings and my opinions. So as an adult, that was kind of difficult for me to do that. So I, thought, well, let me just take some acting classes and let's just see what happens. So being able to do that, I saw something different in me, and so did other people. But my way of doing that, I'm just gonna have fun with it. It was just, what do you call it? A hobby. You know what I'm saying? Then later on, which is kind of now, I kept getting this feeling that I want to get back into it because I didn't see people like me in the industry. It was always focused on younger people or men.
Right.
That look, that was my age, but I think men had the advantage of getting leading roles because they were older. They were, the look being, gray hair and, that debonair type of look, versus when a woman in this industry looks, with the gray hair, it's like, oh, it's over for her. But I couldn't identify with the stories of young people, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm living vicariously through them, hoping, wishing that I could have done that back then, but there was nothing for us, right? So I felt like this was my time to get back into the industry and to prove that we do matter.
Facts.
Right? We're not going dark, but the ministry is to show people instead of just telling them, which is why I appreciate Wayne creating this platform for me to be able to do that.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And when you came on the scene, it was like a breath of fresh air, because I've been watching the Country Wayne skits like since forever. So it's like when you came in, it was already up here. It's like you took it to a whole nother level. I was like, oh wow! Now it's like every day I'm tuned in. Like damn, especially like when y'all first met. I forgot how y'all first met, man.
In the park.
That's what it was in the park.
We met in the park. He was with his side chick. Well, I don't know if she was a side chick then, but he was one of his concubines.
All right.
One of his many women. And, I saw him. She kicked him out of the car, and I came from around the corner, and I scoped him out, and I went after my prey.
I ain't gonna lie. What made me like want a cougar at the time, the skit Wayne was sick. He was coughing up like a dog, and you came in there taking care of him. I was like, man, I'm about to go out and find. I don't know where I'm gonna get one at. I gotta go get me one. Cause man, I was like, I was feeling like something. My throat was getting scratchy then.
No, I can honestly say that he and I put the cougar thing on the map.
Nah, for
Seriously,
real.
because that was something. Again, that was a ministry to make women seen, older women seen, and the contradiction of it's okay for an older man to date a younger woman, but why do we have the conflict? Why do we have the double standard? And the fact that we brought that to the forefront, it's taboo. So it's like, no, let's, when they called me, I was like, count me in. When I heard what we were going to do, I was like, yeah, I'm in, count me in. But then that wave, we made it a thing. And I mean, looking back, it was like everybody coming to all the women, oh, I'm a cougar now, and younger men wanted, I got to get me an older woman. So I think that was a phase that we brought to the forefront.
Yeah.
We made it happen. We put it on the map.
I can agree. Because when nobody even like on no cougar vibes, like, well, me, I'm a country boy. I'm always love cougars, and I'm always love BBWs.
Oh my God.
A special place in my heart. But like I be online, people talking about, oh, big girl, this big girl. I be like, where she at? Bring her here.
Yeah.
Like I want to feed her strawberries or whatever she want to eat.
I think if you are from the country, that was a thing. It's okay. It was a thing. It's okay to date, older, and it's okay. There was no stigma when it came to that in the country. No, anything goes in the country. But the fact that the ministry was to do something different and just change the narrative and not be so focused of pushing a narrative that society says that it's okay, but if it's not hurting anybody, why not do what you feel, do what you want? And Wayne created the platform, and he made it okay. Like made it okay to date somebody older, right? So, but I do agree. I do believe that, me changing my mindset and wanting to do something different. And like I said, my purpose, whatever this journey is to change people's thoughts, whether it's aging, whether it's okay embracing your age, whether it's okay for women to date older women dating younger men. It's okay to do that. Live your life. and be happy living your life.
Facts.
You know?
You dropping some gems up in
No,
here,
for
boss
real.
lady. Come on, man.
Y'all,
Hey.
live your life your way.
In real life, though, what's the youngest guy would you date?
The youngest guy I would date. Numbers.
Somebody getting excited right now. They're like, oh,
See,
nigga, that's
and
the question I've been waiting on.
I've gotten that question, and to be honest, I've never dated anybody younger than me.
What?
They've always been, yes, they've always been older. So I have to cross that line or cross that bridge when it happens,
Right.
because I can't really say if that person is mentally mature, emotionally mature, and he's got his stuff together, and he ain't got to depend on me,
Right.
then that's a possibility. So I can't really say. That could be anybody from in their 30, 30, 35, 40. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I haven't really met nobody like that yet, so I can't really say.
Uh-oh,
know.
guys. It's on. Hey, she left a little hope right there for somebody. Jump on it. Somebody finna jump dead into them DMs. They finna get their life. Somebody finna go get their credit right now. Somebody you about to have people moving out the house with their mama, bro.
They need to. They should have been.
Nah.
They credit should have been right. If that's going to get you out of your comfort zone, then go. I may
Hey.
not be the one, but it's some women out there for you.
They do say the right woman for you will enhance your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, it might be a 32-year-old out there right now, ready to get his life all the way together. Then you said something about you went to church with your mama. Oh, Lord. Don't say what church you go to. Because them folk finna be up in there. It about to be an influx of tithes and offerings in the building. Speaking of DMs, what's the craziest DM you ever received?
The craziest DM. Well, of course, I get the deep pics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they
They,
come.
they sending you eggplant pictures?
Yes. Like, that's really going to get me going.
And they think that's going to work
That's
on
gonna-
you.
right.
Oh, my God. Come on, guys. Do better.
The cutest DM I've ever gotten was a 17-year-old. He did a TikTok
Uh-oh.
with my picture. I think I still have it, but people kept tagging me on it, and I'm thinking, oh, that's a cute little boy.
Yeah.
He's old enough to be my grandson, probably. I don't know.
Right.
He's 17. And he literally did a TikTok with my picture saying, oh, I'm in love with her. I could date her. This could be my wife. Would she accept? Like, all of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was so cute. But yeah, that's to me, that was the craziest thing. And it kind of let me know, well, maybe I still got it.
You know you still got it. It did not take that.
No, but I think it's funny because when you are considered this sex symbol, quote unquote.
Come on, Angela Bassett.
To the young ones, I also did a video, when you can still pull the granddaddy, the daddy,
and the son. Come on now.
Not that I will take, you know what I'm saying? Not that I will accept that, but when you still have the capability of doing that, then you still winning.
Right. Fact.
Right? So I thought that was kind of confirmation that I still had it. I think at that time I was 53. 50 to 54.
Man, and a 17-year-old like ready to risk it all. Come on now.
17.
We should have did this in front of a live studio audience.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, I should have set it up, but I've been like,
That
my
would've
brain
been
been
fun.
all over the place, man. I see a lot of people. They be like, they got something to say about the dating different people within the skits. How do you go about separating yourself from the character you play when it comes to, because your character then dated Wayne, Mike, and Anthony,
Everybody, the crew.
yeah. So speak about that, man, so people let you know like how you handle them type situations, how you separate the Rolanda in real life to roll on the skits?
Well, it does take a thick skin to do these skits because going in, you have to be strong enough to be able to separate. And as a professional, you can't judge your character, first of all. You go in, you do a job, you accept it, and you do the job, and you have to make it believable. The way I do it is, even though we're using my name, in my head I create an alter ego.
Yeah.
So my alter ego is Roxanne.
Okay.
Or Roxanne or Rochelle, because my middle name is Rochelle. So that way, when I'm able to deliver the character, I'm delivering it without my own beliefs, pretending, because this, even though we're actors, we are creators, right? So with each individual man in the skits, as they say, we all have chemistry. I have chemistry with all the men.
Right.
But I do bring Rolanda into it at some point. But there is a way to do that without taking it personal. The other thing that helps me is that I am an older woman, and I don't go by society's way of how a person should live.
Right.
Because again, it's a double standard. Nobody talks about all the women that Wayne sleeps with. Nobody talks about all the women that Mike, who recently slept with the probation officer and all that. Nobody talks about that. But they hold women to a higher standard, and when it's not met, they feel disappointed. And especially with me being considered the Claire Huxtable of the modern day, of today, it's like they don't want to see that tarnished, right? So, and I receive that, but at the same time, I can't judge the character. It is a double standard. So again, it is okay. Ro done slept with all these men. She the hoe. Now I'm called. I think they call me now Ro. They spell me. My name is Rhoe now.
No.
Yeah. So, and it's in the comments, and it's but again, I've learned to not take it personal because it's not the real me.
Right.
But at the same time, I take it personal because it's like I think I'm more offended when the women say it. You know what I'm saying? When the men say it, I'm like, whatever. But when the women say it, it's like, wow, we have been taught to take on this narrative through a man's eye. When we are our own demise. We are killing ourselves with that, right? I didn't sleep with, I didn't date them all at the same time. I didn't date them all at the same time. I dated them, ended them. And if I felt like going into another relationship, that's my business, right? But if Wayne did it, or if Mike did it, nobody's saying that. Nobody has a problem with that. So sometimes I am offended, but now it's like, whatever. And if I get into another one, that's my business.
Right.
Stay out of my business, because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Stay out of, in real life, I think we should stay out of each other's business and stop putting this thing on everybody, because you can't live my life for me and I can't live yours. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, I'm going to give you my life to live. And let's see how that pans out, because you're going to get back to me because you ain't got time to live mine.
Hey, man, you preaching on here.
You know what I'm saying?
You preaching on here this evening. Come on now. Hey, I'm here for that, man.
You don't know why. And then you don't even know why women date so many. You don't know her background. You don't know what she's searching for. You don't know what voice she's trying to fill. Sometimes we need to be a little bit more empathetic instead of just labeling people negatively.
You right.
You know?
I agree. Because it's so easy to be judgmental. You know what I'm saying? And I caught myself in the past being judgmental and quick to talk about somebody's situation. Then I started thinking like, damn, hold up. Let me put my eyes through their lens.
Right.
Then I had to check myself about that. Like, damn, let me stop being like that. Cause then I started thinking about like, damn, I don't want people doing me like that.
Like that, right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause people will try to paint you as something that you not even like how they trying to paint you to be like you just out there like that. But when really, like you said, you was in those situations, you ended them, then you got into a situation. I never been on there and seen you like going back and forth like you was messing with Anthony, but you was creeping with Wayne. Like I never seen that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people gotta look at all that.
Right.
Cause that matter. And then like in real life, man, you got women and men. You know, like they would have been messing with all three of those people at the same time.
It's happening. That's real life.
And them be the people in the comments that getting on you though.
Right.
Got a husband and 2 boyfriends. Well,
and here's the other thing from that. When we talk about accepting people's opinions in that world, right? And this is how I've been okay with all of this. We're talking about thousands and thousands of people who make these comments, right? You go on their page and you look at the ones who are commenting, and I hate to say this, but I'm like, oh, poor thing.
No, you got to click on their page.
Child, poor thing.
You got to click on the page.
You're not even easy on the eyes, right? That's one thing.
Damn.
And then the other thing is they're trolls. They don't have a picture, right? Then the other thing, but again, like I said, I don't care so much about the men. It's more so of the women. I go to their page and it's like, again, oh, poor thing, right?
Right.
I don't know your story. I don't care to.
Right.
But I don't give that to them to value me or the character as a whole. I would lose my mind in real life if I valued the opinion of all thousands and thousands of people. That's why a lot of people are mentally disturbed, because they are trying to live a life according to how everybody else see 10, 20 people, and they're going to them for opinions, and they're confused because they don't know themselves. So I've learned at this age, I don't know them people and they don't know me. So why am I validating their opinions about me and the character? I'm glad that they are involved, or they're engaging. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that they are. But it's sad that, again, they're actually basing their opinion on their personal views and their personal experiences. And we have to learn not to, take all of that in, because this is doing what we do, Rico. It can be very stressful at times, right? Imagine. The audience don't even know half of what we go through to do what we do. Now that people are starting to see the behind the scenes, but to even prepare to come and deliver and entertain y'all, and then we have to get the negative feedback. That can take its toll on someone who's just not strong as an individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a job. This is literally a job, and every penny that we get paid is worth it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to worry about wardrobe. We got to worry about call time. We got to worry about engaging and making sure that I have good chemistry with my partner, and then we're able to deliver, and hopefully the numbers are there. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got to worry about that. Then we got to worry about the comments. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's a lot. And then we go home, and then we're wondering, are they going to bring me back? Yeah. Because I didn't hit those numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
You ain't going nowhere, Ro.
No, not necessarily me. No, I don't know, because the audience to me determines that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They may say, okay, we tired of Ro. And they have said that. They said that about all of us. Okay, I'm sick of Wayne. Oh, I'm tired of Ro, or, I'm tired of looking at her. And I think the parts that can really hurt us is when they start talking about the physical appearances. Not necessarily the character, but when they talk about the physical, like, why is her hair like that? Or why is her makeup like, why, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or she looks like she got Botox, or something like that. The defects or whatever, they start pointing out the negatives. And that can be kind of hurtful. That part, yeah. But when it comes to like the other stuff with the characters, yeah, you can kind of let that roll off. But when they start talking about your appearances,
Yeah.
that can be brutal.
Damn.
That can really be brutal. But
Sheesh.
it comes with the job.
Yeah. See, you a soldier though. You ain't worried about that. You like, and then it's like, even if they got something to say, sometimes I learn when I read them comments, sometimes people just want to be a part of the conversation.
And it's okay. It's okay.
That's it.
And the thing, I think when you get to the point where we focus more on the positive instead of the negative, that's when life is good. Because people, you know, they're heavy on negativity. But when you get those comments that I just love what y'all do. I love this storyline. I love that I finally got a message or I got my answer. Those are the comments that I love. When we answer the problems.
That's dope, man. Out of everybody who you dated in the skits, which was your favorite relationship and why?
I don't know if I can say which one was my favorite because all of them we had our moments. You know,
Right.
we had our good times and then we had our bad, you know, good and bad. That's hard. I can't really say. I will say, I'll just say the beginning, it had to be Wayne because me just getting into the skits, it was like trial moments. It was like finding that yin and that yang and the chemistry. We always have, people love, still to this day, love when me and Wayne are on screen because our chemistry, our dynamics is just it's so dope. Like now it's like we're good friends. Like now they're taking me to court right now.
Yeah,
but now
so
it's
funny.
like but it's like that big sister, you know, that sister brother thing that we have right now. And I'm probably like that with all my exes and still like that with
In real life.
Yeah. That's why it comes off so natural. But yeah, I think because we had our journey together, Wayne. And then you talk about, and then even with Mike, we had our moments,
Right.
but we have a good chemistry on screen because we have that connection. You know, it's just something about being there for each other. And people like to see that because it's like, is that even possible to be friends with your best, you know, with your ex? It is possible.
Right.
Because you know my flaws, I know yours, you know? And to be okay that we know this ain't gonna work. We know we weren't good being lovers or being in a relationship, but we're good at being friends. And I value friendship. I like you. But it's so easy to say, oh, I love you because we throw that L word around so freely. But when I say I really like you, that has an impact for me, you know? But yeah, I mean, even like with Anthony, I don't think we really had enough time to get
Yeah, y'all were kind
there.
of like in and out.
Yeah.
And everything, you know, as soon as y'all got to that place, it's like the baby popped up. The
I'm
baby
so glad you know the
situation.
storyline. You know all these stories.
Yeah, I know everything. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, soon as y'all, like, it was the role when Anthony crossed the line, then 2 days later, Chantel, the crazy baby mama, popped
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
not about to last too long. I know Ro not about to even deal with this.
Yeah, and I think Anthony was kind of like that rebound.
Rebound from Mike. Yeah. That's like the worst thing as men we can be is a rebound. For real, I've been a rebound before, and you will get your feelings hurt if you try to get too deep in the game. Knowing you the rebound, you can either be smart or you can be dumb when it comes to being a rebound guy. In my situation, I was dumb because I was like, man, I'm about to show this woman something that she didn't see in her last relationship. I'm about to get her something she didn't get in her last relationship. But the downside to that was she lived on the other side of the country. And the ex lived in the same city with her. You know, she on the West Coast, I'm in Atlanta. So it's like I played myself. But when you feeling somebody, them red flags look like 6 flags.
I just have my opinions about how we do relationships. I think we can cut down on a lot of time and a lot of feelings getting hurt if everybody
True.
was just so upfront
Mm.
without playing the games. Because it's like when you play the games, especially for it's like an ego thing. Like, I'm gonna make this person thirst or hunger for me if I don't pick up the phone, or if I text and or whatever, I'm gonna ghost them or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
why are we playing these mental games with each other when, as adult, and this is when I say, when you a grown ass woman or a grown ass man, I can be honest with you and say, listen, I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now, but companionship, yeah, we can go hang out. And it's up to you to accept that and be okay with that, instead of the other side of it. I'm not going to tell her how I feel. I'm just going, I'm still not over my ex, but I just need to use this person to get over my ex.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I think we can really eliminate that extra step if we were just all up front. If I say, hey, Rico, I like you, but I'm not ready to be in that relationship. You have a choice. Like you said, no, I think I'm going to change her mind. No, Negro, I told you.
I already
told you. But you have to be mature enough to say that. And you have to be mature enough to accept that. So if I say, let's just hang out. And then if feelings develop, then okay, so be it. But we both know at that time
What it is.
what it is.
I feel like that's kind of like a double standard too, because that works so well for y'all, but every time I be honest and upfront with somebody, like, they make me out to be the bad guy.
So that's why I said you have to be mature, mentally mature. You talking to a child.
It don't even matter about
It don't
the
matter.
age.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Double standard. It doesn't matter about the age, but you have to be mature, mentally and emotionally mature. I don't need you to make the decision for me, and you didn't come and tell me that you're sleeping with 2 other women. That's unfair to me.
Yeah.
Give me, even vice versa, give me that opportunity to say I'm gonna be okay with that. And then if you're gonna do that, make sure you protect yourself.
Right. Damn.
Alleviate that extra step.
Damn, you said something then, man. I told these people, man, this studio is now a multi-billion-dollar studio, man. Tell me this, Ro. What, in your opinion, if you can think of something out the top of your head, what was the hardest skit for you to film?
The hardest skit.
Yeah.
Dang, I have how many
Man,
skits in this arsenal on this platform?
Got some under your belt.
I think I'll say 2. There's 2. I think there's probably 3. I'll say one. When I walked out and I heard Mike talk about him being in love with Amber, that confrontation. And then the second one is confronting Amber. Because I don't like drama with women. I didn't like the message. I didn't even like that, but we had to do it. And the third one, I would say when me and Wayne broke up. That's Skitty. And I'm gonna tell you why that one was a turning point. Because I don't think no one has ever been so emotional or seen anybody cry in the skits. I was the first one. I think I was the first one to ever do that. And that was a turning point in the skit. So we had to, I remember when I did that skit, Wayne was like, oh, hey, we gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we gotta do something different now. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, when I'm on this platform, I am really doing my job. I'm not here to play. I don't know what other people do when they come. Just like when you said, oh, bro, you're on time. I take this as a real job. my call time you say is 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be here at 8:50.
Facts.
Right? And when we go on set, we do our thing, and everybody's there to be seen or to be heard or to be, notoriety. And I'm different. This is my job, literally, for everything. You know what I'm saying? So when you see me, I'm really doing my job, and I want to master that because I don't want to fail I don't want to fail Wayne. He hired me to do this job. It's not a game for me. I don't want to disappoint him because I'm getting paid to do a job, as if this is a real production. These little skits that people may not see, this is real to me, and I want to make it known that this is real, regardless of whoever else comes in on this. Because I feel like a lot of people come on here and they see Ro and Mike and Wayne, how well known we are. We have all these different followers. But as we said before, if you didn't get on the wave when we were on IG or during the pandemic, you're not going to get a lot of followers. And you will get noticed, you will get notoriety, but it won't be the same, right? And I think a lot of people want to get on and just be popular, want to be famous. But to me, it's more than that. Like I said, it's a ministry. And if you don't know why you're doing it, you're going to get stopped. This is where this is where it's going to stop. You feel me? Even with shooting, behind the scenes, that's a gift. You're a part of the team. You're a part of the dynamics, right? That's why I say Chase to me is probably one of the best to do this because he's just as petty as all of us on here. He picks up on petty stuff, and it's like, that's part of the creativity of being, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's part of it.
Nah, you right, because the skit not too long ago, Wayne fired Sarah. Wayne was like, yeah, you can still be an assistant, but just don't come over here. You got to take all that across the street. Then Chase like pan the camera to across the street. So I was like, oh, yeah, he real petty with it.
No, really, he's a part of the story. He's a great storyteller when it comes to that camera.
Nah, facts.
He's made it, even though he's not in front of the camera, but it's like he's a part of the cast. You know what I'm saying? But he does it in a unique way. Like when he sees Wayne's pettiness and he sees his toes wiggling and all that, and he pans in on that. Like, dude, really?
Yeah.
And then when he shows my facial expression reacting to Wayne's, and he's all up in my face, like, really? You know what I'm saying? So he actually knows how to tell the story, and he still be a part of our cast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I take it all, and if you don't take it seriously, and it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I think we all bring something to the table, the main characters, even Kendrick, and when I watched his storyline with what is his girlfriend? Well, not his girlfriend, the one at the bar, I think, when they were at the bar. Ashley. And he was like, the red look good on you. Like, the red is popping. He was talking about her skin tone. Like, that is great creativity when it comes to acting. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Like, when you can be unique and bring that type of sauce. Not everybody can do that, but he stands out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to, pick, but then you do have some that just want to be popular and just want to be, and it's okay. And it's okay. But there are some who really take this job serious, and I do. I take this whole platform serious.
Yeah, and I could tell. Like, it runs deeper than passion with you. Like, I don't even know. I can't even think of a word that would be fitting for something that's deeper than passion, but I see it in you, because no matter what's going on, you gonna show up and do your thing. Yeah. Like, for real. When it comes to the dynamic that you got in the skits with your daughter Brittany in this tie situation, how much of that can you relate to?
All of it.
Why you say that?
Because it's my story. It's my story. I try to keep my personal stuff away from social media. You notice I don't really show too much of my family. I really don't talk about my story, my history, my background, where I come from. Some of it is very traumatic. Eventually I will tell that story, but the fact that I had the opportunity to give you all just a snippet of it on this platform, it's just a way to kind of give y'all a peek into it. With my family, I try not to share because I want to keep that to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because people can be, like I said, people can really be brutal.
Yeah.
Giving their opinions about it. Happened a little bit, so I had to pull back, especially like with my daughter, and it's like, no, I'm not posting her anymore. But yeah, I try not to share that too much. But with that particular storyline, I did lose custody of my daughter when she was 3. The
skits in real life.
In real life.
Okay.
The mother did have something to do with that. The only part that we didn't get to was that her dad did die. Yeah. So yeah, that part was very, very relatable, and it was very a moment for me when we did that. So yeah, I appreciate Mike helping me with that.
Man, y'all told us, y'all telling that story was so good, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my favorite scene out of everything you've been doing with Brittany is the scene you pulled up for y'all to go to dinner and she had tie chain on.
The medallion.
Yeah, I feel like you almost forgot y'all was doing the skit. Cause all I can hear is not about the damn chain.
Yeah.
Talk about that scene.
I am a mother, and Brittany is probably the same age as my daughter.
Okay.
And she's my only daughter. I only have one child. And how manipulative kids can be with not making a big deal about, something when in my head, I know what you're doing. You're manipulating the situation, right? So the scene was so relatable because I've been through that type of situation with my own daughter.
Right.
I think what was so heartbreaking was the fact that when a parent puts so much energy and time and focus in their child, regardless, no matter if it's protecting them or making sure that they get all the things that they need for school, overhead, whatever that is, and then for them not to, I don't know, just take it for granted. That came out at that moment. Like, girl, you're going to sit up here and tell me, and I'm not stupid, but I'm going to play stupid with you a little bit with the chain, because I'm like, something ain't adding up.
Yeah.
But kids do, not when I say kids, but people do act like, well, it's not that big of a deal when you know it is that big of a deal, because there is something behind that symbol or whatever that is that Mama don't know nothing about this. She don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was something that I have actually done before.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not about the damn chain.
Oh my God.
Story.
I probably watched that scene a million times. Like, I want to watch it right now as we speak, man. That's probably my favorite skit of the year right there.
Yeah.
Before we get up out of here, answer this for me. You mentioned earlier how you didn't start acting till later on in life.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thing in your life that pushed that button inside of you and said, it's time to do this?
I think it was when I turned 50. I knew I was over the halfway mark because lifespan is 75, 78, no more than 80.
Right.
Right. And I started calculating, dang, I got like maybe 30 more summers or sun. You know what I'm saying? So summers. And then it was at that moment. People call it a midlife crisis, but I don't call it a midlife crisis. I call it a awareness. When you start processing, you start doing this. You start this analogy, and you start doing this process. And like, okay, what have I done so far? And I remember praying to God and asking him if this is the moment that I need to get back into the industry. And if I do, I needed a message. I needed for him to send me a message because I really, really wanted to get back into it. And I remember him waking me up, that everybody wakes up at that 3:30 o'clock in the morning. And it's that time to pray. And I kid you not, the message was, if you don't do it now, it ain't gonna happen. Right? And it was at that moment I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And so I was kind of scared to do it, but I felt like if I do it, God is going to bring those people to me instead of me going to look for them. And it happened like that. Wayne, I didn't ask for it. They came to me.
Right.
And the door started to open up for me.
Wow.
And I just wanted to, I just believe in what they call a second act or a second phase or a part 2 or the next half. And my message was, I want to prove to people that no matter what, you can still do whatever it is you want to do, no matter the age, as long as you have the mindset and you're physically able to do it. And I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to show them that it could be done. And that's been my message, that I can show y'all that it could be done. It doesn't matter how old you are. It can still be done.
Wow.
And I'm going to show you. So if it's acting you want to do, if you want to go back to college and get that degree, you want to write a book, you want to even sing, because they say even in the music industry, don't nobody want to hear no old person. Well, how y'all know?
Exactly.
We got money. And I think at this age, there's so much money on the table for this particular group of people that nobody wants to cater to. So it's like, we're going to support each other because we want to see us win. We want to see that. We want to be able to identify, wow, Rose doing it. How come I can't do it? You can still be a model. We need to see older men and older women modeling clothes. We don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, young people, because we can't wear that kind of stuff. We want to be able to see us. So here I am. I want y'all to see that, well, Rose acting. Let me see if I can. It ain't got to be about acting. It's just about you doing what you want to do and not giving up on that dream.
Wow. My mind blown. Dang, trying to make me cry on here, huh? That was real powerful.
And I'll just say this. I'll close with this. My point again is to remove the fear for the young people to get to this point. I want y'all to see that it can happen. And then the people my age, that you can still live right now. Just continue to do it. Don't give up. Don't give up on living. Don't go dark. Right. I'm giving y'all something to look forward to and giving as they say, my brothers and sisters my age to live.
That's it, man. It's never too late. And then, because you out here killing it. And the crazy part about it, it's just the beginning for you. It's
just the beginning, yeah. And that's why I'm so humble about it. I'm not about to get out here and flash and say, oh, I made it, because I haven't.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's so much more for me to do. And I'm waiting for those people to come into my life to get me there.
That's dope, man. I really didn't ask you nothing I had wrote down, because it's like me and you, we got that type of relationship. We just sit down and just have these
a conversation.
Yeah,
and it'd be organic.
So like I was looking at my list, but I was like, it wasn't gonna fit right here.
Go with it. Yeah. I like that.
I'm glad. Thank you for coming on here.
Oh yeah,
man.
thank you for the invite. I know we've been trying to get this together, but
Yeah.
you know, doing the skits and be working and stuff.
You know,
so.
you be booked and busy.
But we made it happen.
Hey, we made it happen. It was happening God time.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the most perfect timing. Like for real. Yeah. Hey man, big salute to everybody out there listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor. Hey, big salute to everybody watching over there on YouTube, man. Without y'all, there would be no us. And always remember, when you do what you do it like you're doing it for TV. And we go. Yeah, bitch? Yee! Hey!
Yay! Love it. That was dope.
That was hard.